Before I became who I am today, I was a child just learning how to survive. And as a child, I learned so much stuff. Some of it I didn't need. Some of it I'm still questioning was who taught me this. But some of it I'm like, I needed this. One of the things I learned how to do was read the room. Another thing I learned is when to be quiet and when to be strong. And those lessons helped me survive during that stage, but it also built the characteristics and the skills and the abilities within me, and it followed me into my adulthood. Now I know how to carry hyper independence like it's an armor, but I also know when to take that armor off. Now I know how to ask for help and understand that it's not a weakness because I'm able to observe what's going on around me and I'm able to say, okay, you're somebody that I can get some information out of or some guidance from or something. And I'm not just going you anymore. I'm able to be selective. Okay, you can guide me. You, I'm sorry, you have to go somewhere. You remind me of the person that guided me back then and they left me messed up. They still a little messed up. But we ain't judging them. But I'm just not gonna get no advice from you. So it built my ability to be able to discern my relationships and who to let into my life and who not to, and who to take advice from and who not to. But that didn't just happen out of the blue. I had to start to connect with that version of myself. I had to understand that I had no control over what happened to me back then, but I had a personal obligation to protect and reassure that version of myself back then that everything was okay. I had to tell myself daily that I can honor the child within. So if you ever wonder why you react the way that you do, I need you to look back into your childhood and not with judgment, not with blame, but with understanding, with the intent to heal, with the intent to connect, with the intent to honor. Because all in all, healing really begins, it really begins when you give your inner child everything that it needs. Because if not, guess what? When you don't get what you want and that inner child rises to the surface, guess what children do? They throw temper tantrums or they disassociate they or they avoid conflict. Oh, you thought that was something that adult version of you does just because. No, you've been doing that your whole life. So if you're brave enough, if you're bold enough, if you're courageous enough, you're going to sit down with your inner child and you're going to listen. And you're not going to say anything. And you're going to ask it very simple questions. What do you need? How can I get it for you? How can I make you feel better? Spend time with that version of yourself. There's a whole list of questions that you can ask yourself. But when you sit in silence, questions are going to come to you. So the real challenge is not the questions you need to ask. Real challenge is disconnecting yourself from this external world long enough so that you can sit in silence and you can hear what your inner child has to say.